Okay, class, today we're going to have a bit of a discussion in here and talk about our thoughts on stealing. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and open up the floor for discussion, and let's just kind of share our thoughts. Josh? Hey guys, Josh. I just would like to put out there that I believe that stealing is wrong. Let's go. Okay.
Yeah, so I was just going to agree with what Josh said. Stealing is wrong.
Just to give my 2 cents on the opinion, I think Josh is right that stealing is bad.
This is kind of what like Josh said, but I think stealing is wrong.
Go ahead. Yeah, I happen to agree with Josh on this one. Personally, I don't think that stealing's any good, so that's about my position. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would like to say that I also would agree with Josh and his statement.
Let's, all right.
Hi. Yeah. Basically, what Josh said is what I believe too. So.
I think this is kind of like what Josh said, but I don't like stealing.
Yep. Personally, I am not a fan of stealing, and I think Josh really hit the nail on the head right out of the gates when he made his position clear that he was against stealing. So I'd like to join ranks on that one. Go ahead.
Yeah, I also agree with Josh.
How about, okay.
Josh took I was going to say that. Josh, what the heck? I was going to say stealing is bad, just like him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think that Josh said it really well when he said that stealing was bad.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, did you want?
No,
What were you going to say?
So
Stealing's bad.
stealing is
I was going to
bad,
say
yeah.
stealing was bad too.
Stealing,
So.
we agree with Josh, so stealing is pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Josh was really spot on with this one. I agree with Josh, that stealing is bad.
No. Okay.
Yeah, so I was just going to say that when Josh said what he said earlier today, I think that the same thing should apply. I agree with Josh, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, Josh has been on a real hot streak here lately. This is definitely really in line with his recent quality level. His assessment of stealing, was it being bad? Right on the money. I'm there with you. I'm there, Josh. Thank you. Good point. Yeah, I agree with Josh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, usually I'm not a big fan of what Josh has to say, but for this, I would have to agree with Josh about stealing being bad most times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I couldn't agree with Josh more when he said that stealing is bad.
I don't like you. You? Hey, I think that when it comes to stealing, frankly, I think that Josh had a pretty accurate representation of everybody's feelings here. And I think that we could all agree that stealing is definitely bad, like Josh said.
Yeah, Josh would have my full support on this one too.
Yeah, I just got to give it up for my man Josh.
Don't sit on the chair like that. Please sit normal. Please
sorry.
sit normal. Thank you.
For suggesting that stealing is bad, because I agree.
Yeah, when Josh said stealing was bad, I thought that was a very good point.
Do you? Yep. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, I think stealing's pretty stinking bad. Josh made a good point when he said that it wasn't any good. So I'm right there with you, Josh. Thank you.
Yeah, Josh has my full support on this one. Stealing is, in fact, wrong, and anyone who says otherwise would not have my support.
That's kind of dumb. Do you want to?
Stealing is so bad, and I agree with Josh. And if anyone disagrees, they could burn in hell.
Thank you. Okay. Excellent. Thank you. I think
But I
that's.
also think that stealing is bad, so.
I also think stealing's bad, though.
So actually, my mom is a Sunday school pastor, and she was talking the other day about how the Bible tells us not to steal. So I think if really, Josh has the high ground on this one, and anyone who disagrees with him may be, I don't want to say the words, but you should probably better agree with Josh for this one.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I just really, really, really think stealing's not good. Kind of like what Josh said.
Okay.
Okay, I was just gonna bounce off of what Josh was saying earlier. Stealing, no go for me. Pretty bad. I agree.
Yeah, I think Josh is accurate. Stealing is not good. And not only that, it's probably pretty bad. So thank you, Josh, for bringing that up. Yep.
Yeah, so honestly, I think that I would literally be with Josh on this one because anyone who says that stealing is good just does not make much sense to me. So I'm sorry if I'm really rubbing anyone the wrong way, but that's just really how I feel.
Yeah. Honestly, guys, I'm not so sure I agree with Josh on this one. Actually, no. Now that I think about it, I agree with Josh.